Hey guys, so we've done some of the just like real basic things in Google Drawings. We talked about like shapes and formatting and all of that. So we're gonna get into some of the heavier stuff. Playing with the shapes that already exist, pulling in pings and all that, like that's all really helpful. But one of the things that I really like about Google Drawings that you can do is that you can actually like create your own shapes, or you can pull in images and then create shapes from those. So for those kinds of things, we're going to be looking over here at our line segment tool, and today really focusing on the polyline and the curve tools. So the polyline is really great for angular shapes, ones that have corners and edges, for example, like a skyline perhaps. And then the curve tool is really great for shapes that are curved, right? So just taking a look at the polyline, right? If I click that, so that's what I'm, selecting. If I use my mouse and I just click, 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 you'll notice you can create your own shapes, right? So you can create your own shapes, and right now I still have a line segment, but if I go to where I started, I can enclose it, and now I have a shape, right? So I can create lines, but I can also create shapes. And then once I've enclosed it, I can use my arrow and I can resize it if I want to, rotate it if I want to, change the color and use some of those other tools, that we were using earlier, right? Create borders, that kind of thing. Which is nice because otherwise, if I just pull in an image and I don't do that, then I can't like change the color of it, change the size or scale. I just don't have as much control over it. So sometimes we want to create our own shapes, or sometimes we want to create a shape that exists, but we really need it to look just like that shape. So that's where like these tools can be really powerful. So like, let's say that I, searched a city skyline, but I really needed to make it my own. Oh, sorry. I need to go to the web instead of my drive. Right? So, like I could pull one of these, right, and use that as a guide, but then I could use my poly tool and trace the whole thing so that it's like my own shape that I can change. So the other one, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. The other one that's really powerful is the curve tool, right? So the curve tool is very similar to the polyline tool, but instead of angles and corners, you can create curve. So every time I click, oh shoot, got to be on it, right? Every time I click, I'm creating curve, and I can create my own shape. But just like I was talking about with the skyline, I can also like trace another shape. And that's honestly where I use this one a lot. So I can enclose a shape. Let's go ahead and pull like a kind of simple shape just to play around with. So like a moon, for example. So I could make my own moon shape if I wanted to. I can use so what I'm doing is I'm just clicking, and as I'm clicking, I have to be patient, right? If I go too quickly, I might lose the shape. But if I'm patient, I can trace this entire shape, and the curve will work with me. And then once I have that, I can change it and make it my own. Now, I really didn't need to do that in this case because I already had the moon shape, but say it was something that I didn't have, that's where that would come in useful. So say that I really want to do like a candle, for example. I'll say a candle flame. So I could pull that in. And then now that I've pulled that in, I can use my curve tool and I can trace over the shape of this candle until I have the entire thing. And then once I've connected it, I can make editing changes to it